Who's into pegging? Play with her clit and watch her drip. There's no shame in the masturbation game. Eat her pussy. Those phrases are my intros and outros for my TikTok videos. I want to normalize sexual communication. And what better way than using humor? My name is Dr. Tara, and I'm a sex expert for a living. Orgies, great dicks, and porn star tricks. Hello, Love Bites fam. Today I have a very special guest, Kazumi.
That's me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I love gangbangs, appetizers, and Tara.
Oh, hey. I definitely have not always been this comfortable talking about sex. Actually, I was very shy and very anxious talking about sex. Moving on to tips and tricks. You are the expert.
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone what sloppy toppy is?
So,
My podcast is all about sexual wellness and sexploration. I became a sex expert because I've always been a sexually curious child. I grew up in a very sexually repressed culture and environment. I went to an all-girls Catholic school back home in Bangkok, Thailand, and I left Thailand at the age of 15 to go to high school in Finland. And I didn't know that, there are places in the world where they don't shame you for your naked bodies and for showing your skin. So that was like my first almost sexual awakening, understanding that my body is not bad.
You know what's funny? I was talking to this guy, and he was saying something like, "Can you eat my ass?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Can I piss on your chest?" I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Can you do this?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "For a freaky girl, you sure say no a lot." And I was like,
It's called boundaries.
and he was like, "A good sub always says yes." And I was like, "No, they don't." Because I know exactly where I want to stop.
A sex expert is someone who educates in the realm of sexuality, and my specialty is sexual communication. I wanted to contribute to a solution to such a big problem that everyone experiences. Well, Kazumi, thank you so much for today. It's been so fun. And my Love Bites fam, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and have an orgasmic day. As a sex expert, I wear 3 hats. The first hat is as a tenured professor. I'm a tenured professor at California State University, Fullerton, and I teach sexual communication, relational communication, and quantitative research at the university. The second hat that I wear is a coach. I have a private practice here called Love Bites, where I do sex and relationship coaching. So we're gonna do a moaning exercise.
Awesome.
The third hat that I wear is a sex-positive social media influencer. I would describe my approach to sex education on social media as humorous and unapologetic. Spanking is fun and sexy, but here's one way to spice it up: flogging.
Yay.
This is literally Adam every time. Yay! Period,
Good
queen!
job.
I think it's super beneficial using humor in teaching about sex and sexuality because people are generally very anxious talking about sex. So I feel using humor can get through more people than using like a serious academic tone. A lot of people are surprised that I have a PhD, that I'm an award-winning researcher, because they're like, oh, she, dresses revealingly, and she's so bubbly, and she's so smiley, she must not be very smart or intellectual, right? I think that as a society, there's still patriarchal beliefs that a woman like this isn't a smart woman, which to me is up because we live in, a multi-dimensional world, and you are a multi-dimensional bad bitch. In a year, I would typically make about $200,000, but it varies so much depending on what types of sponsors, what types of projects you're doing that year. Out of the $200K from my professor job is 90. The sexual communication class highlights all things sex and communication. It starts from your very first sexual exploration and research surrounding sex and sexuality during that time, and then it progresses. We also talk a lot about non-traditional sexual practices like kinks, BDSM, different fetishes. As a professor, it's rewarding teaching my students, knowing that after they finish 16 weeks of this class, they're going to become a lot more sexually empowered and educated. Hi, Lexi. So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Have a seat. As a sex and relationship coach, I help my clients assess their current sexual and relational attitudes and behaviors. Today, what I want to practice with you is positive sexual affirmations to really like build up that confidence in you.
Right.
Excited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excited.
Let's do it. I am a sexual being.
I am a sexual being.
Loud and proud, Lexi. I am thankful for my body.
I am thankful for my body.
Some common issues that I work with people on are sexual anxiety, low sexual desires, lack of attraction for your long-term partner. I have great sexual energy.
I have great sexual energy.
Yes, you do. I am good at sex.
I am good at sex.
Yes, you are. And I think the most common of all is mismatched sex drives between two partners. Take 3 deep breaths and remind yourself you're sexually powerful. Have an orgasmic day. Good job. Okay, ready for step 2?
Yeah.
All right, we did this before, right? The moaning exercise.
Yes.
We'll take deep breath first.
Okay.
I love the moaning exercise because I think we live in a society where women's sexual suppression is such a norm. Shimmy a little. If you're a good girl or a good woman, you're submissive and quiet, right? But we're not. We're bad bitches, animalistic, carnal lovers. Yes, Lexi. You feel sexual, sexual, intellectual.
Yes.
Awesome.
I felt like you've helped me the most with just being comfortable with my body and taking control of myself as a woman and knowing that I am a sexual being. I don't need to be embarrassed or ashamed of my body. Now I'm open to even trying new things and, exploring things that I maybe wasn't open to before.
Love that. Sexploration.
Yes.
The thing that I love the most about being a sex expert is knowing that I'm changing lives, literally. When I'm a coach and I see a couple and I help them get through a certain sex issue and they come out on the other side like happy, closer, that's so nourishing for me to see. People often ask me, what is your number one advice? And I always say, sexual communication is sexual liberation. There's no sexual liberation if you're not able to talk about sex. All in all, I would say strive to have healthy sexual communication with people around you and your loved ones. Have an orgasmic day. Bye.